Welcome back to another episode of In the End, There's Always a Disney Guide. Before we get into today's episode, make sure you go to DisneyGuide.com. You know everything. Check out everything on there. Make sure you subscribe to my blog. And yeah. So in this episode, we're gonna discuss actually something that I was watching on Anna Oop. She's like a very internet like celeb type. She's not a celeb, but she's a YouTuber who basically spills on everything that's happening with not just the TikTok world, but with celebrities. And do you guys know? I think her name is Bad Baby, Bad Baby. I think, yeah, Bad Baby. I think. I really hope that's what her name is, but it's Bad something. I think it's Bad Baby, like she said. But basically, oh my gosh, y'all, when they spilled this on Dr. Phil, I was complete, like, seriously, like, I don't even know. It was just shocking. So, Anna Oop said that, everything on Dr. Phil is definitely not as it seems. It's definitely not as it seems, okay? And the show, of course, is not as what it is. They basically spilt that, basically Dr. Phil's show is like a place where, well, the way they treat them, um okay, here it is. It says everything Bad Baby has done since going viral on Dr. Phil. Okay, I don't think this is it, but yeah, she did release, she definitely did spill some things on Dr. Phil. Oh, here it is. So Dr. Phil sent her to troubled teen. She sent her to a troubled teen ranch, is what it's called. It's called a troubled teen ranch. And basically, okay, it says Danielle Brigioli, aka Bad Baby, is coming forward about her experience at Turnabout Ranch in Escalante, UT. She was placed in the Troubled Teen Wilderness Program following her viral experience on Dr. Phil in 2016. The details was how she was kidnapped in the middle of night, handcuffed and taken to the isolated ranch where she was denied necessity privileges and witnessed troubling behavior, including other children being physically restrained by staff. Bad Baby, who is now 18, was sent to the abusive program when she was 13. I was taken there against my will. They come in the middle of the night. They don't tell the kids where they're going. They just take them, handcuff them, and put them in a car. It's basically like kidnapping, is what she said. The rapper says that she was inspired to share her story after a fellow program attendee on the Dr. Phil show named Hannah, accused one of the Turnabout staffers of sexual assault. When I had seen the punishment was given, I knew I really had to say something because I truly believe they did that. She said in the video, it's just our world against the staff's word. When you're there, because there's no witnesses, there's no cameras, you don't have a phone, there's none of that, Bergoli explained. This is why she was so scared to speak out, because I was like, no one's going to believe me. There are hundreds of these programs across the country, and they've been under intense scrutiny recently. Claims are comparable to Paris Hilton's, who was also sent to a teen wilderness program in Utah. Hilton spoke out about the trauma she endured last year in the documentary. And she also works closely with the Breaking Code Silence, a social movement organized by survivors of the troubled teen industry. Sending troubled teens away to programs like this is a part of the whole Dr. Phil show, according to Bergoli in the YouTube video. The 18-year-old claimed that while her mother had threatened to send her away before, Bergoli never believed she really would until she ended up at the Turnabout Ranch. Bergoli video includes many troubling details about her time at the ranch, which is still in operation, including being forced to sit up for 3 days straight. Laying down and sleeping comfortably was apparently not allowed. This place is all about taking away privileges, like, okay, yeah, the phone and the TV and all of that, but they take away necessity privileges like sleeping on a bed, eating good food, not being cold, she revealed. Program attendees were required to program attendees were required to do intense manual labor and would be punished if they broke any of the ranch's numerous rules. Or if a staff member was in a bad mood, Bergoli said she described being ignored after telling staff members that another student was being bullied or mistreated by a peer. In one upsetting video, a Turnabout Ranch employee who was murdered by a teen enrolled in the program through a counselor's walkie-talkie, an experience she calls traumatic and scary. I'm not really sure why Dr. Phil sends kids here. It really doesn't make sense. Are you trying to help them or are you trying to hurt them even more? Representatives so far have not responded. Representatives for Dr. Phil have not responded to the refinery's 29 requests for comment, and Dr. Phil, who has not renewed his license to practice psychology since 2006, has yet to respond publicly about her claims. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this definitely came as a humongous surprise. I was shocked. I don't know if y'all was shocked, but I mean, I knew behind every celebrity is something. If I'm being honest, um, behind every celebrity, there's always a dark past. But Dr. Phil, I mean, come on now, that's like probably one of the most like shocking things. The most shocking things I've ever. I just can't believe it. I don't know why Dr. Phil would do that to like a kid. Won't let him sleep for 3 days. Like, that's just dangerous. And for the fact that someone was murdered, I mean, come on, Dr. Phil. There's a difference between helping them and causing them more pain than what they originally didn't come for. They came for help, not more pain. But yeah, thank you guys for listening in to this episode. I mean, I'm just still shocked by this, by Dr. Phil. I can't really say I'm surprised, but I'm shocked. But thank you for listening in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you follow and subscribe to this podcast. Send me an email at info@disneyguy.com. That's info, info, at disneygod, disneygod.com. And just tell me how you feel about this. I mean, just please. I want to know how y'all feel about this. But yeah, thank you guys for listening in. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe and follow on both Google and Spotify, Google Podcasts and Spotify. And yeah, bye-bye, guys.